And we are back for Jumpin' the Gun, Episode 8, The Ocho.
The Ocho.
That's right, Cling. Say what's up to the people.
What's up, ladies and gents?
All right, so we got our usual show. We got the NFL recap and preview with our games of the week and Sexy Six. We have the college football recap and preview. We'll talk some bats, get you caught up on the upcoming World Series.
Oh, yeah.
And we got a top Tuesday for you.
Tuesday.
For Tuesday, October 22nd. And then we'll wrap it up with our big play parlay as usual.
Mm-hmm.
Jump right into it. People lie, numbers don't. Joe Mixon, 115 yards,
Sheesh.
2 tutties. Nice little day.
Jameer Gibbs, Lions, 116 yards and 2 tutties as well.
And then to round off my list, I got Kenneth Walker, 103 total yards, 2 touchdowns, and I had to throw a Steeler on there. George Pickens had himself a nice little day, 111 yards and a tutty.
We're in sync tonight, man.
Who else you got?
I got Saquon Barkley, 176 yards and a touchdown. Go Birds. And then I put on the Steelers player as well as my last guy, but I switched up and I went defense. Beanie Bishop got his two picks of his career.
I like that.
On Aaron Rodgers, too, so that's pretty good.
All-time name, too, Beanie Brooks. I like that name.
I think it's Beanie Bishop.
Oh, sorry, Beanie Bishop. Beanie Bishop.
Yeah, Beanie Bishop Jr. from Pitt.
Any hooter. Let's jump into Week 7. Thursday Night Football. Broncos 33, Saints 10, and boy was I wrong on that one.
Bo Nix.
You had it.
We gotta be fans of him. At least moving forward, we have to.
Yeah, I think I was just jaded by that Saints 2-0 start. They suck.
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
ass.
terrible.
5 straight L's. They're now 2-5.
I got their third string. Jake. This might be. Hayner. There we go. Thank you for that. We're going to keep this going quick. Jake Hayner, I think he'll end up starting at least a
game until Carr gets back.
Yeah, because he looked a lot better. He's a rookie. The ball comes out a lot quicker. They were able to put up some points once he came in. So.
Yeah, and on the other side, the Broncos, Bo Nix, he may not be the flashiest, but he gets the job done.
He's a smart quarterback.
He's
very smart.
He was almost their leading rusher again. I don't know if you saw.
I did see 70-some yards.
75. Javonte Williams, I think, had 88, so by 13 yards.
I will say Sean Payton, I think he did the ultimate prep. I just read probably earlier today that he arrived 6 hours earlier than normal of his pregame to go ahead and take in that emotional return. I mean, he spent almost 15 years there, so.
He wanted to get that win going back into New Orleans. You know he wanted that to New Orleans.
He could not lose that one. So, good upset for Denver.
Well,
I wouldn't even say it's an upset, but.
If Carr was playing, it'd probably be an upset, but.
I think Vegas had New Orleans, so I'm calling it an upset.
By all means, it makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense in my little head.
You want to take us next to the next one there?
Are we going to London?
Oh, yeah, we're going to London, mate.
Yeah, I called it. London, eh?
Hey, we both said it.
Hey.
They're going to stay over there and they're going to get the win, mate.
Oh, I think these bloody chaps should just go ahead and just keep flattening, throwing the bow.
Oi.
Oi.
Brian. Oi.
Right.
Brian Thomas Jr., he is making a name for himself.
He's definitely one of the young guys in the league that's showing off.
And this rookie class is actually kind of a loaded wide receiver room. I mean, if you look at Brian Thomas Jr., you got Malik Neighbors, Marvin Harrison Jr., Keon Coleman had a nice week. We'll get there.
Going.
There's so many. Yeah, Dunze.
I mean, there's so many young talents.
Mm-hmm. Drake May, he's getting better. Team, not so much. The defense is shaky. I mean, the Jags offense hasn't been great.
I thought their secondary was going to be a little bit better because normally that's where the Patriots have been good.
Is that defensive back they have, Gonzalez? Is he a rookie?
He was, I think, last year. I think this is his second year. But
he's
a
stud.
Cooked. He got cooked. That's
cooked.
actually why I'm saying what I'm saying. Yeah.
Well,
one of the touchdowns was on him.
Brian Thomas Jr., that deep ball he had was actually on Gonzalez as well. But that was a good catch.
I think that's the one
that was a hell of a catch.
Yeah. Last thing on him, Jags should just look to stay in London, I think. They play better over there. They look better over there.
Well, they lost last week.
But that was a good team.
Yeah, they can stay over there. I'll be all right with that.
Yeah, I'm good with it. Moving on.
Fly. Fly, Eagles, fly.
I'm excited, but but it's hard to be excited when you beat the Giants. I've been calling it. I know you said they were feisty. I kind of agreed with it because their defense is the sack. They got the sack leader with Dexter Lawrence there. But go Birds. Barkley had a day in his return.
Yeah.
176 yards. We already said it. He had a tutty. Should have had probably 2 more, but the vulture Jalen Hurts got 2 of them.
Goal line merchant.
He ran hard. Barkley, did you see that first touch he got? The catch?
Yeah, he ran over that motherfucker.
Ran his ass over, man.
Yeah, Eagles win 28-3, and it really was never ever close at all.
It wasn't close. This is our second game where we did not give up an offensive touchdown, and I just think our defense is starting to gain confidence, and we're going to end up playing off of that. The Eagles are getting hot. You heard it here.
Eagles
that's no bias.
Yeah, Eagles defense gets 8 sacks, and they were able to hold Neighbors to a modest day, only 4 catches for 41 yards.
We locked Neighbors up.
Yeah, so
shout out Quinyon Mitchell. Yeah, Quinyon Mitchell.
Yep. Eagles catching stride, and the Giants are kind of who we thought they were, not showing a lot of promise. Daniel Jones gets pulled because they were doing so bad. So I just don't know. I think this is what this Giants team is going to look moving forward. They're going to scrap some wins out here and there, but I don't know how many more they're going to get. Probably not more.
Probably not more. And just to cap it off, I'm just not excited about this win just because it's the Giants. This is what we should be. This is how we should be playing. We should have a couple more touchdowns. I thought A.J. Brown did well, getting another tutty out there. But look for us to start catching fire.
Yeah, that's what I said. Eagles catching stride. Don't let them get hot. We got the next game, Bills 34, Titans 10, and the Bills offense is really streaky. Now, they play well one week, and then the next week kind of mediocre. Like you saw last week, they struggled against a Jets team that just got their ass kicked by the Steelers. So then they come out against the Titans, slow down.
Talking Bills defense, right?
Offense.
Okay.
I think their offense is just kind of streaky. Like
I think the addition with Amari is definitely going to solidify that consistency a little bit.
It'll definitely be a big help.
Yeah. He scored on his opening game. Kind of didn't know the route. Keon Coleman had kind of had to tell him that. But nonetheless, Amari Cooper's a dog. They're going to do well with him there.
I think it's more, too, the Titans are just booty cheeks.
James Cook scored. You called it last week.
I said if he plays, he's scoring.
Yep. He scored. Keon Coleman hit his first 100-yard receiving game.
Yep. One of those rookies we were talking about.
He also had a tutty. Allen threw for 323 with 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. I'm not a big Josh Allen guy. I normally give him a lot of hate, but I got to give it to him. He balled out against a shitty Titans team.
And we're here recording on Monday. As always, the Ravens game is getting kicked off, so I'm going to do my best to keep my focus here. Clings is going to try and keep me on track.
I got a short leash over here, but I didn't do my push-ups today, so I'm a little weak.
Coming back to that Josh Allen stat you just said, I believe I didn't stat check this or fact checked it, but I don't know if that might be his first 300-yard game of the year.
I think you're right. I'd have to go with that. He hasn't shown out, and I've been on that.
Right, he hasn't really been cooking like that, but
right.
he had a nice game in the air. I don't think any turnovers, right? You said no turnovers?
No turnovers.
Yeah, that's huge for him because he's
huge
a slinger.
For Josh. Exactly. I really think Amari's going to be the
difference maker.
The difference maker there. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll see how that gels. He's going to get settled in this week, and we'll see how the Bills look moving forward. We'll take it.
And we move on to – I'll take this one.
Who you got?
I'm very excited. I called this one last week. Packers 24, Texans 22.
Hey, we both said Pack. Yeah.
The Pack is back.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. They held C.J. Stroud to 86 passing yards.
That was crazy.
Wild.
That was crazy. And this was my game of the week last week, and it surely didn't disappoint.
Right.
Go-ahead field goal at the end of the game for the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
And this whole game was just chippy. I don't know if you saw the back and forth pregame, during the game.
Diggs and
Jair,
they got into it.
So they were getting after it. It was a great game, and Jordan Love is bringing out his inner Brett Favre. He's just starting to chuck it and say, fuck it.
He needs to watch those turnovers.
That's why I said Brett Favre.
Another 3-touchdown game, that's starting to be his average.
Mm-hmm.
But these turnovers are getting wild.
Yeah,
and they're going to end up costing them a game.
Definitely.
If the Texans would have played a little bit better, they would have won.
Yeah, for sure. And you touched on it. C.J. Stroud only thrown for 86 yards. That Texans offense just is still not there for me.
Right.
I don't know. I think it's more the passing game because Mixon, as we said, 115 yards and 2 touchdowns. They're running the ball well, but their passing game just has
their
not
whole offense.
Exactly.
Joe Mixon was.
Yeah, so we haven't really seen. I don't think we've seen this Texans' full potential yet, which is kind of scary because they're sitting at 5-2. But I don't know. Nico Collins obviously missing, but you still have.
See, that's huge. I didn't even put that into my notes or in my.
But you still have
thinking about
Tank Dell and Stephon Diggs. That's better than most wide receiver rooms.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what it is, but
Pack is back. They're scary.
Pack is legit.
Yeah.
Smoking on that pack.
Shout out Justin Tucker.
Lions 31, Vikings 29. This was your game of the week, and it also did not disappoint.
It was arguably the game of the week. What we just talked about was definitely huge.
Yeah.
But this one, the Lions got the upset. They beat Sam Brady. Sam Brady is no longer Sam Brady.
Yeah, I was going to say we might have
Sam Darnold.
Might have to remove the Brady.
Yeah, we can remove that. He had 259 passing, 1 touchdown, 1 pick.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones, 93 rushing yards, 1 touchdown. And Jetta, 81 receiving yards and 1 touchdown. So they scored. It's just, to me, Jared Goff.
Jared Goff.
Yeah, I think Jared Goff is just too much for any team right now. He put on another MVP showing in my eyes.
No, definitely. He's putting his
22 out of 25, 280 passing yards, 2 TDs, no picks. Like I said, he's just putting on another one for his MVP showing.
Yeah, he'll probably be top 3, I imagine. They don't have it right now because of games going on. They don't, you know how the books do. They try and cover their own ass. But yeah, the NFC North might be quietly the best division in football.
I don't think it's quietly.
Yeah, true.
There's 3 teams
4.
With 5 wins?
4. 3. So you have Detroit at 5-1, Minnesota at 5-1, Green Bay at 5-2, and Chicago just had a bye week at 4-2. So
easily can get that win this week.
That's 4 playoff teams at the moment if it were to start today.
Yeah.
All 4 would be playoff teams.
That's crazy.
I don't think Chicago will hold up. I don't know
if that quarterback play, man.
Yeah.
They got 4
good
young quarterbacks that are just out there doing it.
I don't know if Chicago can stay there the whole year. We'll see. But I don't know. The division's looking really good.
I would say they have the best defense.
Definitely up there for the best defense.
Yeah,
and
so
we'll touch on that. I got something on that for the preview.
Yeah. So Lions get the upset, and we're off to the next one.
Yeah. Seahawks 34, Falcons 14. We fucked this one up.
This one was unexpected. We should have left it off the sexy 6. I believe you had both teams crossed out.
And there's a reason. I should have listened to my gut.
We should have listened to it, and we will.
So,
we will.
And I think I'll take the blame for that one because when we were doing the sexy, I went back and listened, and I said it, and we just breezed right by it. We didn't go back and touch on it. Yeah. So, our mistake, our bad. We'll fix that one.
Yep.
But yeah, the only leg to bust the sexy 6. The Falcons can't beat good teams. That's what I took away from this.
Except the Eagles.
Well, you guys were banged up. We talked about it. You guys were banged up, and
it was week 2.
Yeah, you guys were struggling at the time. So,
Kurt got lucky.
Boy, he's wide open.
There he is, Mike Evans.
That's an early 6-0 lead.
I think I called that in our fantasy chat.
He always fucks us up. Mike Evans always cooks us.
Yeah.
So the Seahawks. Who's in first in the West? It might be them.
It's the Seahawks.
Yeah, no shit. So I think they're going to be around. Don't count them out.
The West is up for grabs.
I said Geno ain't it. Of course, he comes out and has a hell of a game. I think he's actually the leading passer in the league, like stats wise.
He is. We're still not believers. He's got great receivers. Look at his receiver. He's got 3 great receivers.
Yeah, his number 3 would be arguably a number 2, possibly number 1 somewhere else. Right.
Carolina.
Yeah, for sure, 100%. So yeah, Falcons. I just don't know.
Kurt played terrible.
Yeah,
2 bad interceptions, sacked 3 times. Defense showed up for Seattle.
It really seems like that Falcons team is based off of how Kirk shows up. Because if he doesn't show up, they're going to lose. If he shows up, they're going to win. Like I don't think they're good enough around him to pick up the slack if he's not doing good. If you know, does that make sense?
It does, 100%. Bijan was their only offense. I was glad to see him get as much touches and as much offense out of it. But
someone's listening to the jump in the gun.
somebody's listening. But they better quit listening because we need more points in Seattle.
Yeah.
And, I don't really have much more on both of these teams.
Yep. Well,
I'm not following really either of these teams to make it to the playoffs, if I'm being real.
I think both are going to be on that cusp. Flirt. Yeah. I think one might make it.
In the hunt.
Yeah. Yeah, someone's going to be there at the end of the year. Maybe both of them will be in the hunt. Maybe one will make it. Maybe one won't. I don't know.
The South is pretty weak.
Yeah. I mean, the Bucks are strong.
Besides the Bucks.
Yeah, the Saints and the Panthers are dog walkers. So, Bengals 21, Browns 14. The Bengals opening kickoff return turned out to be the difference maker.
Special teams.
Yeah.
Special teams. We were both wrong on this one. We both thought the Browns would wake up. But,
it would have. I mean, obviously Watson goes down, and it's a 7-point swing. So, like I said, that opening kick return turned out to be costly.
Returning Nick Chubb.
Also, why is Jameis QB3? It doesn't really make sense to me.
They don't trust him.
I don't know.
They don't trust him. I mean, I like DTR. I don't think he's a bad option, but I think Jameis with Nick Chubb back is going to give you your best chance of winning because who's he throwing the ball to?
Yeah, and my thing is,
besides Njoku,
I was pretty certain that Jameis was the backup, like for the season, and then I think this past week they changed him to QB3, so that was kind of weird. It's like I guess maybe they're hearing the chatter that they wanted him to start and bench Deshaun. And maybe they're like, well, we can't. They're not trying. We can't hear that chatter if we move him to 3.
Yeah, we're not trying to hear that. Yeah, Cleveland's down bad. I think the Bengals. They played mediocre. Joe had 181 passing, 2 TDs to Higgins and Chase. They both scored it, so that's a nice look for them.
Mm-hmm.
But nonetheless, I think the Bengals could have did a lot more with a beat up Browns team, and they're still showing mediocre play.
Yeah, definitely. And Watson pops his Achilles. That was tough. Tough for the Browns fans. I know you saw that.
Yeah, I got a little something on that. I don't ever really want to hear any more Cleveland smack talk about Philly fans being so aggressive and toxic and throwing snowballs at Santa and yada, yada, yada. The whole stadium was cheering when this man's Achilles popped. I don't know if you've seen the replay. That thing popped.
Oh, yeah, I saw it. It was like Rodgers. It was like exactly
like
Rodgers.
It was bad. And you got to have a little more class.
Yeah.
That was terrible.
That sucks for Watson. If you're a physical therapist and you're doing his therapy, his Achilles is not next to his dick. So just make sure you know where his Achilles is because he'll try and point you a different direction. Hope for a speedy recovery for him, all jokes aside. And I saw Jameis was sticking up for it.
His elbow. Weenus means elbow. Whatever he tells you, Weenus is elbow.
I love Jameis, though. He's an all-time teammate. I know you saw it probably his post-game conference.
About it, he was very
sticking up for his teammate.
Yeah.
A real godly man,
love
bringing the Lord into it and making sure everybody knows, sure you can celebrate an injury, but it's not right. No matter if
you're going to celebrate, do it in your own head.
Exactly.
Come on now.
So, we'll move on from that. Lighten things up a little bit. Colts 16, Dolphins 10.
This ain't really going to lighten it up.
I don't.
Bad game to lighten it up.
Wrong game.
Ugly game I have. Dolphins, they expect Tua back, I think, after week 8. I think they might have a bye. It goes week 8, and I think they have a bye. So, expect him back after that.
Okay.
That's what I seen.
Okay. So
Richardson does not look as much of a threat as last season. That's just my view.
Yeah, he continues to say fuck sliding. The motherfucker just lowers his shoulder every time.
I didn't realize how big he was.
He is, but still you don't need to be taking unnecessary hits.
Right.
As a quarterback, you already have the ball in your hand.
Absolutely. I'm with you. I'm just saying I didn't realize how big he was.
He's big as fuck.
He's huge.
Pause.
Yeah, pause. Yeah.
So you said Tua will be back a couple weeks. Will he make a difference? I'm assuming yes, but this Dolphins team has looked so bad in his absence. I don't really know how much of a difference he's going to make. Plus, they're now 2-4. Is it too late? So they need to really kind of get their shit together because
I think it makes a huge difference. Yeah. I think he's going to come out and play with that same competitiveness. Concussion's going to mess him up, but if he's taking it as serious as it looks he is, I think he comes out and doesn't skip a beat. Hopefully he doesn't get hit anymore and he starts playing a little bit more with a little bit more carefulness.
Yeah.
Like maybe not taking the hit and just going down and just looking a little bit more softer in his play. But, I mean, he'll be saving himself.
Yeah, he really has to protect his head moving forward because now that was definitely a fumble. I don't like that.
Keep it. Come on, focus.
The Colts are just not threatening. They've won 2 games in a row, but against a bad Titans team and now a bad Dolphins team. So I don't know. They're 4-3, but
they need JT. JT didn't play again.
They definitely need JT. They definitely need JT. All right, let's keep it rolling. 4 p.m. games. Commanders 40, Panthers 7. Clings called it.
Yes, I did.
Hammer that spread.
I hope somebody played that spread. I advised it. 40-7.
Oh, they didn't call it a fumble, thank God.
Sheesh.
Yeah, they got cooked. Panthers are cooked.
Jaden Daniel. Yeah, I have Panthers are the worst team in the league.
Definitely.
Jaden Daniels goes down early, gets an X-ray and comes right back out smiling, waves on to the crowd. So that's an up and up for Commanders fans. But Marcus Mariota steps in, and the Commanders don't skip a beat.
Yeah, you hope that him coming out like that quickly after the X-ray that it's not that serious and he just didn't go back in the game because they're playing the Panthers.
Right.
I mean, I'm hoping that's the case because it's a lot more fun to watch the Commanders when Daniels is the quarterback. And for the Panthers, I mean, why not play Bryce Young? What's it going to hurt at this point?
I think he came in.
Yeah, but still,
took 2 snaps.
He might as well just get the starting job back. Jesus, dude, fucking block.
Bucks defense is tearing him up.
They just had 2 straight sacks.
Yep.
Yeah, but why not start him at this? What's it going to hurt? Like, especially if you're trying to trade him. His trade stock is already ass. I mean, it can't really get worse.
Right.
Like, one's going to
just play the kid, give him some experience.
I mean,
let him take this as his lick on the chops.
You're already losing. You're not going to lose. I mean, you already lost 40-7. You're not going to lose much worse than that. So, Rams 20, Raiders 15. The afternoon games kind of sucked.
Yeah.
Now that I'm looking at them.
Yeah, they did. It was a letdown.
The Rams they're in every game, even against good teams. All their losses, I believe, are within a score. So they're a scrappy team, even though their record's sitting at 2-4. That Rams team is not as bad as their record says, I believe. They are really hurt.
Yeah, that game was terrible. 5 total turnovers. And then I just feel bad for both team fan bases. I believe both teams are rebuilding. The Raiders need a quarterback. The Rams need defense.
Rams need everything. Let's be
coaching. honest. I don't know.
Yeah, the Raiders.
But yeah, they both suck.
As a team, they're just lost. They're, I guess, kind of in a rebuild, and they need it badly. A lot of concerns. I mean, their QB play has been very poor. Defense has been ass, like you just said. Trade Crosby to the Ravens. I don't know. It'd be kind of sick.
Get something out of it.
Yeah, seriously. They trade Devontae Adams.
I've been seeing Crosby to the Lions.
That would make sense because they just lost Hutchinson.
I could see that.
Yeah, would be a nice little bump for them after losing Hutchinson.
Right.
I'd love to see him come to the Ravens though. We need a good edge rusher like Crosby. He's a dog. Not much more to say about that game. Chiefs 28, 49ers 18. 49ers fucked up my parlay. Remember I said I was going to do it. I did. The undefeated teams to lose.
I was going to say hopefully you didn't.
I did. I just thought the 49ers could look better.
I mean, it's not a bad. It wasn't a bad take because you actually called it when you said that the 49ers defense was going to step up and maybe play the Chiefs a little bit harder. They played them very well. I think
especially the pass.
Patty had 0 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Exactly. Patty had 0 touchdowns, 2 picks, and
speaking of which,
and the Chiefs got 4 rushing touchdowns. That's where the Niners were.
So speaking of those Patty interceptions, he now has more interceptions than touchdowns on the year, and they're still fucking winning.
And
they're undefeated.
They're still glazing him. What do you mean?
True, but still they're undefeated. So they're winning that way. It's not good to see.
That's not good at all.
It's not ideal.
Because when Patty wakes up,
right.
It's going to be a...
Right. I mean, they're already undefeated, too, so it's just...
It's not... Someone's got to take them down.
Ayuk, the news broke today, out for the year in a contract year. This is why he didn't want to play without signing a contract.
Right.
So I know he's pissed.
Yeah. Cardinals have a shot now.
Yeah.
I hate to gloat on an injury, but not only is Ayuk out, Deebo Samuel is actually out too. I just got the news over here.
I don't know if you said it. What happened? Did it say what he?
Yeah, he's ammonia.
Oh.
Or pneumonia? Did I say
Yeah,
that right?
that's pneumonia. Yeah. So I don't.
Ammonia
I
is,
think
what,
he said
ammonia
it-
is what you clean your bathroom with. Jesus.
Pneumonia.
Yeah.
Pneumonia.
Pneumonia. All right.
So yeah, Purdy looked mediocre without his weapons. You said
Garbage.
you
3
said
picks.
Debo goes down, Ayuk goes down. Once they're out of the game, all he has is Kittle. Couldn't get it
It's not hard to lock him up.
right.
He's just a big oaf.
And Andy Reid, motherfucker's playing backyard football in the NFL. You saw that play with Wentz?
Yeah. Toss ones in, and then they did I think they did a fake kick too.
Mm-hmm. So he just is literally playing backyard football with an NFL playbook.
Arguably the best head coach going down as it.
You saying in history?
I'm saying it right now.
Well,
and I don't think that's too much jumping the gun.
it's hard to say that with Bill Belichick having 6 rings, but
I mean,
Belichick had Tom.
Andy's on his way.
Andy has 4?
I think 3. He only won it with the Chiefs.
Okay, so yeah, 3. So yeah,
He's halfway there.
he is halfway there. I don't know how much longer he'll be coaching. Health is definitely a factor for him. He's a big boy.
Slow down on the hamburgers.
Yeah, seriously.
Slow down on the cheeseburgers.
So yeah, that Chiefs 6-0, 49ers dropped to a 3-4. They got a lot to figure out. That 49ers team is not what it has been the past few years, so I look to see them maybe bounce back. I don't know. It could be more of what the story's going to be for them.
Cardinals.
Seahawks. I don't know.
Cardinals.
We'll see.
If the Cardinals win tonight, I think it looks good. They'll
Looks
be
better,
tied.
for sure.
Yeah. All right. So the last game was last night. I know you're not going to want to talk too much on it, but
Oh, I got a lot to say.
yeah, we're gonna have to touch on this one because it was in my opinion, it was unexpected, but you got to give all hands to the Steelers last night, 37-15 over the Jets.
Yeah, I'm living in a nightmare.
Not bad. Yeah, same here with the Commanders.
I was hoping the switch to Russ would blow it up in their face, but it actually
Russ is still Russ, man.
I've
always been a Russ guy. He's a little cornball, but you got to
Yeah.
give it to him.
I hate to say it made their offense look better, actually.
It did.
That sucks.
I'm officially off the Rodgers and Jets train, by the way. Rodgers with 2 horrible picks again. I think his age is finally showing to him. Both picks were actually to the same guy, Beanie.
Yeah.
So
Oh, Beanie Bishop.
I think he's starting to lose a little
your
bit of an
beanies.
edge. Steelers get all the props for the win. I got that written down.
Yeah.
Naj goes for another 100 yards.
Yeah, they
with the
started
tutty.
slow. Heard some boos about Russ. That's what I was talking about. I was
Yeah.
hoping it'd get in there. It actually woke him up, and they started getting going. So not ideal for me. I feel like I'm back in 2008, 2009, where it's the Ravens and the Steelers again. 1-2.
That's my last point on it. Is I cannot wait to see that Pittsburgh and Baltimore matchup. I think the Ravens still are going to dominate it, but it's looking like it's going to be a little bit more of a fight than what I thought earlier in the season.
Yeah, the Jets and Rodgers, they're just in shambles. Adding Devontae Adams doesn't fix your defensive problems, your turnover problems.
Doesn't fix Rodgers.
Right. That's
I really think it's his age, man.
They get Hassan Reddick back next year, or next week, so that'll help their defense a little bit.
Is he going to play?
Yeah, they said he's coming back.
Okay.
But the Jets,
Good for him.
it's just an uphill battle to make the playoffs for them.
Right.
I mean, they're sitting at 2-5 now. I mean,
Bill's pretty much running away with it.
you can probably only afford to lose 3 or 4 more games, and their schedule is pretty tough. So we'll see how that shapes up. I don't know if the Jets are going to make the playoffs. I might jump the gun and say that they're not going to make the playoffs.
I'm going to go ahead and load it up and shoot it. Jets ain't making it. No way.
So that'll take us to our Week 8 preview.
The Ocho.
Thursday night football, Vikings at Rams. I'm going to go with the Vikings. I do see this as a very good upset for the Rams, though. It's a good spot for the Rams to win one.
Yeah.
But I can't go against the Vikings. I said it 2 weeks ago. I can't.
I think I went Vikings as well. I think the Vikings took that loss very personal. I think they come back out and they slaughter the Rams. This is another one of those games I say, look at the spread.
Yeah, it could turn out that way, but I could see Rams might pull an upset. We'll see.
We'll see.
I'm taking the Vikings as well.
Okay.
1 o'clock. Eagles at Bengals.
Yeah, baby.
I need this one bad. Let's go Birds.
So this is one of my potential game of the weeks. It's not I didn't pick it, but it is one of my potentials just because if Joe Burrow and the Bengals were playing hot, this would be easily the game of the week.
I mean, they've stacked a couple wins in a row now.
I'm looking at the records now.
Yeah.
So
that's fair.
that's the only. I mean, that's just the only thing I'm looking at.
They are,
but I said potential. It has potential to be game of the week.
Right.
I look for the Birds to get to Joe though. We're building off an 8-sack game.
Right.
Defense is playing great.
An offensive line has been a struggle for them, so
exactly
got to keep that pressure.
Go Birds. Let's get that win.
I see the recipe for you guys to win is establish the run, but let the pass fly because their secondary is bad, so get A.J. Brown cooking.
We might see a Jalen breakout game. We haven't seen him this year.
Yeah, he had some nice moments this past week, but then you guys just kind of had to run out the clock.
I think he toned it down. He only threw like 12 passes.
Right.
So I think he's toning it down and going to reset.
You guys also got such a big lead you didn't have to
Right, just run the ball.
Press it.
Saquon's getting 10 yards a pop.
Next 1 o'clock game, Jets at Patriots. Jets have to win this one.
I got the Pats.
Really?
Yeah, I'm starting to jump on that Drake
Woo-hoo.
May. I'm starting to jump on that Drake May train. I think the Jets are down that bad to where they're going to roll into
another L.
They're going to roll into the Pats, and the Pats are looking to just win games. They're looking to just fight in every game and win at least one. If they can get a win from anybody, this might be the one.
For fuck's sake.
Chris Godwin.
14-0 already.
Baker
Love it.
is slinging that thing.
Oh, penalty?
So it looks like my fantasy win is
Let's go.
My fantasy win is going to hit.
Let's go. Bring that shit back, pussy.
Whoa. Let's tone it down.
All right. Where do we leave off? Jets.
We are with the Jets and the Patriots.
Yes, I'm going to take the Jets.
You took the Jets?
I don't.
Pats.
The Pats are just so bad.
It could go either way. I'm hoping for an upset.
So you get the teams like the Pats, the Jags, I'd put the Dolphins there right now because they don't have Tua. Panthers, those teams are bottom tier. Titans, but they're going to win. We talked about it before. It's the NFL. They're going to win eventually.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't hate your pick there. It's a spot for them to win one, especially a Jets team that's struggling.
Drake May. I'm trying to sell him in a fantasy league.
We'll move it on in Jacksonville. Packers at Jags. Go, Pack, go.
Yeah, I went Packers.
Same.
I think we can just leave it at that. That's a pretty...
Yeah, Jags got that win in London, but it's just Pat's not that great of a team. I said it. I can't stick with the Jags because they keep burning me, so I gotta take a Packers team who looks strong. They should handle the Jags pretty well.
Yep. Go, Pack, go.
Titans at Lions. Same thing. Lions. Too strong. Yep. Not gonna...
That's probably going to be one of the picks for the Sexy Six.
Yeah, 100% is a pick. We can already lock that one in for the Sexy Six.
Jared Goff.
Jared Goff. Jared Goff. So then we got the Falcons at Bucks. This is my game of the week. Okay. NFC South showdown. We saw it. They played on Monday night a few weeks ago because we were recording, I believe.
Who?
And it was Thursday night. We said if we wanted that Thursday night to be electric, and it was.
The Bucks.
That's why I picked this game for the game of the week. I expect the same. Another fireworks shootout. I'm taking the Bucks.
I went Bucks as well. Clearly, I'm on the Swaggy B train because I am going for the Buccaneers tonight. Please don't come over here.
They just kicked a field goal to go up 10-0. So
right. But yeah, I went the Bucks. I'm on that train.
Yeah,
Swaggy B.
Whenever we get to your game of the week, don't forget to
mention it. Yeah,
shout it out.
It's in the 4 o'clock.
Okay,
we'll get there.
Bet. Cardinals at Dolphins. Cardinals.
I went Cardinals on this one. Like I said, I got to stick to the point I made. I think like episode 4. I said Cardinals are going to win the division.
Mm-hmm.
With the Niners going basically into injury mode and Brock looking like trash. Seahawks, I don't believe in them.
Mm-hmm.
Rams are shambles.
Yeah.
I think the Cardinals have the best shot right now, being healthy, being a decent coach. They've already scraped up a good win against the 49ers at home. I think they come out and they win this game against a Tua-less Dolphins.
Yeah, that's how I saw it too. Like we said last week, it's going to be hard to pick the Dolphins without Tua, so that's kind of where my head was at. Stick with the Cardinals, keep it simple, run the football.
Facts.
Beat the Dolphins. Ravens at Browns. Got to go with the Ravens. I'm pretty sure I'm going to pick the Ravens every week. I don't know if I'll ever pick against them.
I don't hate it.
Vice versa with you and the Eagles? Or do you think you would pick against the Eagles?
I got to look at the schedule, but I'm pretty sure I would not.
Yeah,
sure
I mean, why would you?
Go with my birds.
You got to stick with it. I mean,
when they're the two, we've already hit on this, and we'll take a little second to just hit on it one more time.
Oh, what a dot.
Especially since Mark's watching the game. Let me take over. The Eagles and the Ravens, they're both playing great football right now. They both have two of the leading rushers. It's almost as if the NFL should put if there is a script, there should be a Lamar versus Jalen, Derrick Henry versus Saquon Barkley, two great defenses, Super Bowl.
Pencil it in.
Give it to us, please.
Come on, NFL.
Come on.
Hear us.
So let's go to the next game. Oh, hold on. Did you? Yeah, you pick Ravens.
Yeah.
I pick Ravens. We can go to the next one. Colts at Texans. Who you got?
Texans. Colts just don't look that good. I thought maybe they'd be one of those.
Is Nico back? Do you know?
Even if he's not, I don't think he is because they put him on the IR, short-term IR,
right,
so he misses automatic 4 weeks.
Okay.
So this will be week
2.
2. Yeah, so he's got 2 more after this.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah.
Damn.
I need him for
fantasy.
Yeah, same. Colts, again, like I said, they're just not. I thought at the beginning of the year they might be a playoff contender. They're sitting at 4-3 now, so they're in that picture, but I don't see that holding up. Their defense not that great, and like you said, AR just doesn't.
I think he was
doesn't look
a
as
flash
dominant.
in the pan. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna jump the gun. I think he was a flash in the pan.
Yeah, but that was only 4 games last year, and he got hurt this year, so it's just.
I'm just off of what I've seen since he's been in the league. He's risen in fantasy world. For
kind
people
of
picking them, at least in my league.
Yeah,
the dual quarterback league.
Yeah,
but I haven't seen consistency to where I'm like, okay, he just needs to get healthy. He just needs to work on slotting. He just needs to do this. He just needs to do that.
More to it.
I just think he just is not up to par for an NFL quarterback.
I hear you. I definitely.
He's got
a
cannon. You. He's like a Jamarcus Russell. I hate to say it.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, we're both going Texans there. Retweet?
Hey, yeah.
Tweet.
Yeah. We need to get the Twitter page up and running so I can just go crazy on there with jumping the gun.
Let him eat. Saints at Chargers, 4 o'clock game. Starts 4 o'clock games. And until Derek Carr's back, I can't pick the Saints, so I'm going to go Chargers.
I got to go Chargers on that one, too, and piggyback on that. I don't like the Saints. I just don't. I think the Chargers are more scrappier, better coach.
You actually said it in the NFL preview, our first episode, that the Saints are going to be ass. And then they started 2-0, and you're like, shit, they might actually be good.
Right.
And now they lost 5 in a row. So
shout out.
Yeah, you're on it.
Yeah, I just don't see it. Like, it's just one of those things as a football fan from watching 20-plus years, you just start seeing trends. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like this is a trend we've seen with another team, but looking like the Saints, they're ass. Chargers. Yeah. I got Chargers on that one.
Next 4 o'clock game, Bills at Seahawks. And this is also going to be a really good game. I'm actually going to take the Seahawks in this spot.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's a spicy one.
That's spicy. Yeah.
So they're in Seattle.
They just took your money. You got to with them.
Fuck them. If I can't beat them, I'm going to join them. Seattle's a tough place to play, and
Facts.
That Seahawks team definitely streaky, but after a good solid win in Atlanta, I see them coming home and beating the Bills.
Yeah. I wanted to pick this. So I had 3 potential game of the weeks. This was one. This is the other one.
Yeah.
It's not my game.
Okay.
It's not.
Okay.
But this was one of the ones I was thinking. It was the Eagles and the Bengals, and then this was the other one I came down to. As I was going through the list, I started seeing the games, and I was like, ooh, that's a really good, So this was one that I had potential game of the week as well. It's going to be a great one. I think Josh Allen and Amari, I think that connection, I've already said it, I think that's going to heat up a little bit more. I don't think the Seahawks are going to have an answer for that. I look for Amari to shine this game. he gets another week. Focus.
I'm focused. I'm
He
listening.
gets another week looking at the playbook. So I look for the Bills to come out and take care of the Seahawks. Plus, I need them to go down for that Cardinals pick.
True. So next 4 o'clock game, Bears at Commanders.
This will avoid all confusion. This is my game of the week.
There you go. So I have it. I was between this one and the Bucks one for my game of the week.
Okay.
It was going to be my game of the week if Jaden plays, but the uncertainty there, I didn't pick it because I don't know if Jaden plays. It's going to be.
I think he plays.
I think he should too, I think he will too. But if he does play, it should be a hell of a game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I ended up taking the Bears. Yes. You took the Bears or Commanders?
I took the Bears.
Yeah.
Fuck the Commanders until we gain the lead.
Even if Jaden plays, I think the Bears' defense is good enough to slow him down because what he played us. I believe the Bears have a better defense than the Ravens, and we were able to kind of slow him down.
Yeah.
So I see the Bears doing the same.
That's exactly why I took the Bears. I think the offensive side of the ball, I think the Commanders have a better offense.
Motherfucker, dude. I had a dream that Andrews scored, and he just
Mark
fucking
Andrews
scored.
just scored a touchdown, if you guys were wondering what that commotion was about.
Dude, I literally saw it in a dream, and I didn't play it.
So I took the Bears, and I just think, like I said, Commanders are going to have better offense, but that Bears defense definitely should slow them down, and I think their offense is enough to keep them above float in that game.
Yeah.
It's going to be game of the week. I look for a high-scoring game, maybe jumping the gun, correct score, 28-31. Bears.
I like it. Yeah, I really hope Jaden plays because it'll be a hell of a game if he does. But yeah, I'm taking the Bears as well because of that defense.
Bear down.
Because of that D.
Whoa.
Panthers at Broncos. Yeah, I'm getting loose over here.
Yeah.
Pause.
Whoa. That D got him loose.
Panthers at Broncos. Broncos.
Yeah, he's starting to feel it, the Bo Nix train.
Yeah, there you go. Coming around. I don't know if I've picked the Broncos yet.
I don't think you have, so that's why I'm kind of hype about it. I like the Broncos. I think Sean Payton. I was wrong about that. I think I might have said that week 3 when they lost. I said Sean Payton and Bo Nix wasn't going to be the fit.
They're starting to figure it out.
I was completely wrong.
Well, he drafted Bo. Like, he wanted Bo. So
okay. Yeah, I was completely wrong on that, and I can say it. But I think the Broncos are on the up and up.
Mm-hmm.
They're on the up and up.
They're scrappy. I don't necessarily think they're playoff good, but they're winning games. You can't. I
kind of want to see them versus the Chiefs. I want to see how they match up against the Chiefs.
They're gonna get whooped. I'd love to see them win.
I don't know about that.
They're sitting at 4-3, so they're in a good spot. But I don't know if I just believe in that team. I don't know.
I think in Mile High, I think it's a close game. We'll see.
Someone's got to beat the Chiefs.
Right.
Hopefully, I don't know.
Hopefully
see.
These Raiders do.
Yeah, no chance.
Chiefs at Raiders.
No chance.
Yeah, I went Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs as well.
And that wraps up the 4 o'clock games.
Yeah, not really much more to say there.
Let's go Sunday Night Football. Sunday Night Football, we got Cowboys at 49ers.
I know it killed you to have to pick one of these teams.
No, I just wanted to cross them both off. But yeah, I went 49ers just because fuck the Cowboys. I'm breathing in the mic, so if you guys hear something, it's because this game's really got me just like, I don't even want to watch it.
He hates both of them.
We should just record on Sunday
night. Both of them.
So that way we can just ignore that game.
Yeah, I took the 49ers as well. I don't think the Cowboys have showed me enough to not pick them. I could see them winning because the 49ers now lose Ayuk for the year.
And they need a win.
They need a win. Both teams need a win.
So who you going?
I took the Niners.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trying to get you off them primetime picks with me so that way I can try to sneak one back.
Fuck it, I'll go Cowboys.
Yes. Yes, he switched it.
I'll take the Cowboys.
All right. There we go.
That way we have one different. I'll give you a spot.
Yeah, we got to have one gay guy in the room.
Until Cowboys win, and then I'm up more. And then you're...
Not happening. And I'm over here crying.
Monday night game, Giants at Steelers. I hated to circle it, but I picked the Steelers.
Let's see if I can do it again. I went Steelers.
I'm not switching this one. The Giants suck.
Come on, they're feisty.
No, they suck.
Yeah,
I told you, if they would have played you guys a little better, I probably would have picked them. But there's no chance I can do that.
No chance.
They're ass.
Yeah, so we both went Steelers. So the primetime picks are I went Vikings, Niners, Steelers.
And I went Vikings, Cowboys, Steelers. So I'm currently up 16-9. Clings is 13-12. So I got a nice little lead there. We both picked the Did you pick the Chargers or the Cardinals? You remember?
Cardinals.
Did you?
It's right there behind you.
Says it on the wall.
Says it on the wall.
So yeah, there's a spot.
It's on the wall.
There's a spot for you to get 2 games back if the Bucks and
Yes,
Cardinals win. So something to keep an eye on for us for
We're
tonight.
keeping an eye on. I'm up right now, 10-7. Go Bucks.
All right, so now it's time for our Eat a Dick Sexy 6.
Yeah.
So we missed by a leg.
The
The Falcons fucked us. They lost to the Seahawks. All the other 5 hit. So we are now 11 of 12 for our first 2.
That's not bad at all. So you kind of have to ride this next one.
So
Please ride it. No
let's
homo.
go.
Pause.
Whoa. Read them to me. Read me who you got, and I'll mark who got the same.
All right. I went Vikings, Eagles, Patriots, Packers, Lions.
Okay. So Packers and Lions, I think those are 2 good spots to bet there.
Hold on. Let me at least finish them.
Yeah, keep going.
So
Keep
we
going.
don't mess it all up. All right. I ended with the Lions, Bucks, Cardinals, Ravens, Texans, Chargers, Bills, Bears, Broncos, Chiefs, 49ers, Steelers.
All right. So
Hold on before you get going. I didn't miss a game last week until it was the Falcons game. I missed one, and I missed one in the 4 o'clock game. So I missed 2 games out of the whole slate. I think you missed one last week.
Browns. We both had the Browns.
That's right. But I didn't pick. I don't think I picked them on that.
You
thing.
picked them on here.
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
show.
Yeah.
All right. So
Anyways, what I was trying to say is ride these picks, the money line picks that me and Mark are throwing out here. There's a reason why we're grouping 6 of them together. We're pretty hot.
all right, let's do it. So we got the. I want to stay away from that Eagles at Bengals game.
Lions should be number 1.
Yeah. Okay. So Lions are in there. Bang. We both have Packers at Jags. I like that spot.
I kind of don't want to mess with the Jags after a big win. Ugh.
Okay.
We'll
we
keep it
might
up
have
there.
to come back.
Yeah, we'll keep it
might
up
have to
there.
come back. So we got Cardinals at Dolphins. We both picked. Ravens at Browns. We both picked. Texans at Colts. I think we can chalk in the Texans.
I think we can chalk in the Ravens and the Texans.
You want to chalk in the Ravens?
I do want to chalk in the Ravens.
Okay. It's in Cleveland. That's one that we could.
I don't care.
Okay. I'm with it. Saints
Go
at
Birds.
Chargers.
Hold on, did we put Texans in there?
Yeah, I have Lions, Texans, Ravens so far.
Okay. Lions, Texans, Ravens. I got it too.
Saints at Chargers is another one we picked.
I don't want to mess with that one either.
Okay. I don't want to mess with that Bears at Commanders. That's another one we had the same.
You don't want to mess with the
Panthers
Bills.
at Broncos. Let's put the Broncos on there.
We riding, Bo?
Fuck the Panthers.
Let's
they
go.
suck ass.
Let's go.
Chiefs at Raiders. That seems like a given.
Yeah.
If the Chiefs lose that one, we deserve to lose our money.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that. Let's.
I would say either the Steelers.
Let's go for. I was gonna say let's go for the Monday Night Cash. So next time we're recording, we
Ooh,
can
I like that.
we can ride that. Let's ride the Steelers.
I mean, I hope the Steelers lose, but if they lose that, we deserve to lose our money.
Facts.
So we got the sexy 6 will be Lions, Texans, Ravens, Broncos, Chiefs, Steelers. One more time, the sexy 6 will be the Lions, Texans, Ravens, Broncos,
pull up
Chiefs,
those odds.
Steelers.
I'm gonna pull up those
They
odds.
might not be available just yet.
They were in last time because I put in my own. You know what I'm saying? My own
Right.
66 last time.
Right.
Yeah. They're already hot.
That Monday night one might not be available.
So what do we got? What did we say? We said
See if that Monday night's not available, you're not going to be able to.
Monday night's available.
All right, so Steelers, go ahead and start from there.
Steelers,
Chiefs,
Chiefs,
Broncos,
Broncos.
Ravens, Texans.
Oh, this is gonna be a low slip. Lions.
And then the Ravens, Texans. He's looking at it right now.
I'm looking. I'm dialing it up. I keep missing them.
All right, so yeah, if you can't find it, we'll just move on and we'll ride it.
Yeah, just forget
Couldn't find it?
Nah, I don't think they have it because of you guys are playing right now. So.
All right, bet. So we'll move to the student athletes, and sorry, Clings, you got humbled a little bit.
A little bit. I got humbled a lot.
Yeah, you called the Texas, the Longhorns to win by 9.5, and it was the opposite way by 15. So, number 5, Georgia at the time takes down number 1 Texas 30-15. Dive right in.
So I got to start off and just say I was completely wrong about this game. Shout out to my boy Jamie. We had a little bit of a conversation dispute prior to this game, and I'm eating my words. They came out and they punched us in the mouth, man. 23-0 at half. Had both of our quarterbacks in and out of the game. We couldn't find our head or our ass. It just looked terrible, bro.
Yeah, Texas goes down 23-0 at half, and even though they went down that far, they were always in the game. I mean, till the end there.
If you stayed tuned. Hold on. We go.
Oh yeah,
Bateman's.
Yo,
Bateman's
who just
running?
missed him? He ran right by his ass.
Ravens are driving.
Let's go. We are down there. I love Bateman, by the way.
But back to this Texas game. Yeah, if you stayed and watched the second half, you got to see that basically Texas got jumped into the SEC. We took our licks, but we deserved to be there. We put up 15 points, played great defense on the second half of the ball. They only scored 7 points that second half.
Yeah.
I look for us to see them again, probably SEC championship, and we'll hopefully get a better result for us Longhorns. It was terrible though.
Yeah, Texas fans bullied the refs into changing that call when they
that
threw
was wild.
That was wild.
That was so wild. But at the end of the day, that call was so terrible that
dude.
I'm not mad about it.
Yeah.
Normally, I would say have some class. I don't want to win.
They had to change
like
that call. That was a terrible call.
They had to.
So yeah.
On to a couple more games that happened this week. Number 9, Iowa beat UCF 38-35.
Iowa State. Yep.
Iowa State. Yeah. Number 8, LSU beat Arkansas 34-10. This was one of the games I said to watch. LSU continues to make a statement. Be on the lookout for LSU. I'll keep saying that.
And these numbers he's saying are pre. This was this past week. What they were ranked.
Past week. Once we
dive
finish
into
the
that.
recap, we'll hit the new top 12.
Yep.
So yeah, they were number 8 and they won. So they'll be moving up. Number 14, Texas A&M beats Mississippi State 34-24. A&M scrappy. I look for them to move up as well from 14 after that win. Number 7, Bama loses to number 11, Tennessee 17-24.
Yeah, we both picked Bama,
We
and
were
we
both
both
wrong about Bama.
Well, we were wrong in the sense that we thought they were going to win, but that game, that Tennessee defense is really the story of that game. They stepped up. Milroe with a bad interception at the end to end the game. I wanted to see them at least drive down and give it a shot.
I think Tennessee's defense is going to be a reason why, if they do make the playoffs,
they
do make it.
I don't think Nico is
a good running back in Sampson.
Nico had a good start to the year, but he hasn't.
I think we were wrong about him.
Yeah,
we had him up way too high in the beginning of the season.
It's kind of like that Saints take. I think he just started so hot, we were kind of jaded. There goes the
Lamar
two-time
touchdown.
The two-time MVP.
Oh,
fuck, that's coming back.
We got a flag.
That's coming back. Anytime you get it, yep. Holding. So yeah, that Alabama-Tennessee game was a really good game. I mean, Rocky Top is a top atmosphere. But yeah, just Bama. This is that shit I've been talking about. I'm going to keep reiterating it. Not even that, just that with this 12-team playoff, it's going to become a mess. I mean, you get Alabama now losing another one to another ranked opponent. Where do they go from here? We'll get there. We'll get there. So yeah, nuts. Keep it rolling. Number 12, Notre Dame.
Number 12, Notre Dame, 31. Georgia Tech, 13. I kind of said Georgia Tech was going to upset Notre Dame because I wasn't a believer. I have to say I was wrong on that. Notre Dame looks to be putting it together now. It was a solid win against a tough opponent, I believe. So be interesting to see how Notre Dame keeps going. I think they got another tough game coming up this week.
Let's fucking go.
Ravens just took the lead.
Let's go.
It wasn't Derrick Henry. Thank God.
It was
not Derrick Henry.
play.
That's all I care
Yeah,
about. That's all I'm
screen.
playing. We got a tough matchup in your match. I got a tough matchup in your league.
I need Derrick Henry for an anytime TD. So.
No.
Come on.
So let's
Money
keep
is more important than fantasy.
Let's
dickhead.
keep it moving. So we got Louisville 45 at number 6. Miami.
It was in Louisville.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay, so Miami travels to Louisville and scrapes out the win 52-45.
Yeah, so almost 100 points of offense. It was
you called it. You said this was going to be their toughest opponent.
It was.
It was.
It got scary there for a little bit.
It did.
So yeah, it was a hell of a game. A lot of offense. This is what scares me with this Miami team is their defense. Their offense can roll with anybody, but when it comes to their defense, it's very concerning to be letting up 45 points
you can't.
to anybody.
You gotta have at least a mediocre defense.
Especially when we get to a team like, say, Texas.
Clemson. That's who I think is going to be the
Georgia,
ACC championship.
Any of these teams in the top 12, if Miami gets to that playoff, their defense is going to be the one to let them down. Right. Because, like I said, I think their offense can go with anybody. Cam Ward, another 300-plus yard game with 4 touchdowns. So he's adding to that Heisman resume. But that defense is what scares me. So
yeah, Miami needs to figure it out on defense if they want to look to keep competing.
Yep.
Virginia, that moves to that second ACC game we talked about. Virginia 31, Clemson 48. Clemson was at number 10. I look for them to move up. But I called it saying this was going to be a good one to watch. It definitely was. Clemson took a heavy lead, but then Virginia started clawing it back, and it kind of had me a little nervous over there. But,
yeah.
I look for Clemson to make the playoffs. I don't think that's jumping the gun, so I'm not going to bore us with that. I think Clemson makes the playoffs, and you're not going to want to hear it, but I think they take down Miami in the ACC championship.
Yeah, so Miami can't afford another loss because what is the committee going to do if they lose to a bad team and then lose to Clemson in the ACC championship?
I think if you guys keep winning until the ACC championship,
locked in.
You guys are pretty much locked in to where if you lose it, you'll drop down, but you'll still be in.
I agree there. I think that's a pretty fair take. So we'll see.
Miami needs to keep winning until they play Clemson, so that way they can at least have that fallback plan.
And that'll be a good test for them if they are looking to get into that playoff. Is that Clemson team? If they can slow them down.
That's a playoff game already.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So it'll be a good one.
The last game I think I have on here. This is a good one. Indiana. I don't know if you've been keeping up with that story of Indiana. They beat Nebraska 56-7. It should have been a lot closer. With Nebraska being I think 5-2. But Indiana's for real. Their coach, maybe you can help me with this one. Kurt Cignetti.
I think that's right. Cignetti. Yeah.
Cignetti?
I think it's Cignetti.
Cignetti.
Yeah.
Okay.
Italian or something. Cignetti.
But I think he's for real. He said after I think 2 weeks ago after his post game they were like, how do you get recruits or anything like that? And he says, just Google me. I win.
I like that.
And he does. So I got a little bit of a stats. He started at Elon School. I don't even know where that's at.
North Carolina.
Is that where that's
They're
at?
in the CAA. Played against them at Towson.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, he took them to their first back-to-back playoff appearance. Beat JMU, ending a 22 win streak. I don't know if you remember that a couple years ago. JMU was killing it, but this coach is the team that ended that. He took over JMU.
Yeah, because he took them to would have been the playoff last year, but they lost to Appalachian State.
He took JMU to, this is the 3 seasons he had with them, 14-2, 7-1, which was the COVID year, and then 12-2. So, and now he has Indiana first ever 7-0 start since 1967. This guy wins.
Yeah.
Yeah, so keep a lookout for Coach Kurt
Cignetti. He's not lying when he says, Google me, I win. I like that.
Couple more games. BYU escapes Oklahoma. BYU's number 13. They moved to 7-0, but I will say Oklahoma State gave them a run. So I'm on them to make the playoffs. I think they're good, but they were definitely exposed a little bit that game. Number 2, Oregon dominates Purdue. Last week I said Oregon had a...
Please tell me he stepped out. We need this J.K. Dobbins
I think
touchdown.
he did.
Jalen Rager.
Jalen Rager.
He just fumbled.
Oh, my God. But just to close it up on the recap for NCAA, last week I had Oregon with a question mark, and I said if they play this Purdue defense well, that I have to erase it. Well,
Question mark is gone.
35-0 is pretty confidently.
Yeah. And they moved to look ahead. They moved to number 1.
So, yeah.
Are we ready for that?
Let's move to the new AP Top 12. We got number 1. He already said it. Oregon Ducks at 7-0. Georgia is number 2 at 6-1. Penn State is at number 3 at 6-0. Ohio State is at number 4 at 5-1. Texas moves down to number 5 at 6-1. Miami stays at number 6 at 7-0. Tennessee is at number 7, 6-1. LSU is number 8, 6-1. Clemson, they made it, 6-1 at number 9.
Yeah, they moved up 1. They were at 10.
Yep. Iowa moves up to number Iowa State, I think they dropped to number 10, 7-0. And then BYU is at number 11. They move up to, with being 7-0 record. Number 12 is Notre Dame, and they're 6-1.
Yeah, so Clemson and Iowa State switched spots 9 and 10.
Yeah, okay. So only a couple big switches, more of the switch going in that top 5. Oregon slides up. Georgia moves up to 2. I think that's a little bit too much. I think they should have gave Penn State respectfully number 2.
Yeah, I thought they might put Penn State up there.
So that's my take on that. I think Ohio State should be below us, personally. Just because we came back and we fought back in that game against Georgia. They blew their game against Oregon. So I think we should be number 4. Mm-hmm. Miami, how do you not have them in the top 4?
I think it's strength of schedule.
I definitely agree with that, but you can't deny a 7-0 start at this point.
Marlon Humphrey with his second interception of the game, he just caught it on his shoulder.
Oh.
That was pretty sick.
Baker can't believe it. Look at him.
It was another bad pass, but
he's forcing it.
That was a nifty interception.
So
there.
That might be the take of this game is
Baker's
forcing the ball.
Joking, bro.
To be honest, it looks like he's forcing the ball too much. Let's see it.
Hold on, we're gonna stand by for a second. I need to make sure he's not severely hurt.
He's standing by. I got a couple teams in the hunt. I'll take over the driver's seat.
Go ahead.
So we went over that top 12. A couple teams in the hunt. We got number 13 Indiana. They're 7-0. We just talked about their head coach. Signeri. Got his attention over there. Number 14, Texas A&M. I think they're scrappy. They're 6-1. They're definitely going to make noise in the SEC. They got a couple good games coming up. Number 15, Bama. So Bama dropped from number, what were they, 7, I believe? Something like
where
that.
did they drop to?
They dropped to number 15 at 5-2.
I figured
2-2 in the SEC. Basically, they got to win out.
Yeah, so it's like we said with Georgia. If they ended up losing, they're going to dangle them there. Yeah. So I think they're going to dangle Alabama there and see if they make.
Yep, they got another couple good games coming up too.
Essentially, they can't lose, like you said. They got to win out.
Yep.
To even have a shot. I mean, even if they win out, there's no guarantee they make it.
No guarantee at all. Not with some of these teams coming in, because how do you not give it to Indiana?
Right. BYU, like you said. I mean,
exactly.
There's teams are playing well, and they're going to notice.
You got Boise State at number 17. They got a tough game coming up, so we'll get into that here in a sec. Number 19, Pitt. They're 6-0. I think you said it on Saturday. You were like, man, I didn't know Pitt was 6-0. I didn't know either, and they are also in the ACC. So we're kind of snubbing them out when we're talking about that ACC picture with Clemson and Miami being absolute.
Yeah.
You got Pitt at 6-0.
Yeah.
Right in the mix.
It's just that ACC, it's not a strong football conference, so when you get...
I would say it's top 4.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's definitely... there's only the Power 5, so it's definitely up there.
Facts.
But,
Right.
Now that the fucking... Everybody's moving around, the conferences are what they used to be, so...
Right.
But, yeah, ACC's looking strong.
The last two that I have in the hunt, and I'm only putting them in the hunt because... of the military.
Well, and I only say that...
Army's at number 23.
And I only say that about
24.
ACC because of clearly where they put Miami, they just don't respect the ACC like they do the SEC. So I think that's part of why they only put the Hurricanes
is
where they're
nothing like the SEC, the Big 12, and the Big 10.
Right.
They definitely give them more.
Right.
Absolutely. ACC is known for basketball.
Yep.
But yeah, Army's at number 23 and Navy's at number 24. Both are undefeated. I'm pretty sure this is the first time since like the 1945 that both teams were undefeated.
Yeah.
So America's at peacetime, and we're sending all our badasses down there to play some football.
That's right.
All right. We go into the games to watch for Week 9.
Week 9.
Week 9. Here we go. Dang, we're getting in there, man. Week 9. That's mid-season.
Yeah. This is the crunch time.
This is it.
Can't afford to lose them now.
The witching hour.
That's right.
We got...
It's spooky season, baby. Let's go. Yeah.
So the first game that we have to watch for Week 9, NCAA, we got on Thursday, number 19 Pitt at Syracuse. Syracuse is 5-1. This is one of those ACC matchups that we were talking about. So if you got time on Thursday, crack a beer. It's Thirsty Thursday, and number Pitt is undefeated. Let's look for them to go 7-0.
Mm-hmm.
That's my pick.
And Syracuse, I mean, they're not bad either. They're sitting at 5-1. Yeah.
Yeah. So I picked Pitt on that one. But Friday, you have number 17 Boise State. This is the one I wanted to advise everybody to watch.
If only it was Friday the 13th for Michael Myers himself.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Mr. Genty.
How he stands. I got this one as being a test for Genty. UNLV has a stout defense, and I'm pretty sure they're 5-1 as well. So this is going to be a good game to watch. Definitely. And that moves us into Saturday. We got Nebraska at number 4, Ohio State. I think this is going to be a test for Ohio State. Nebraska's not slouches. The record doesn't show it, but they're not too bad. So if Ohio State can dominate this one, I'll give them the check. But I'm still not a fan of Ohio State, being how they played against Oregon.
Yeah, I think Ohio State might be all right with this one though because of how Nebraska just played. That's
right.
the only. Again, I said I think it was either last week or the week before. I have bad recency bias, so if you play well or play bad, I'm going to carry it until the next week until I see something different.
Yep.
So that's just me.
No, I'm with it. Then we move into number 12 Notre Dame, and this is the test for Notre Dame that I was talking about. Number 12 Notre Dame versus number 24 Navy. So Navy's unbeaten.
It's in Navy too.
Yeah.
In Annapolis.
I could kind of see Navy sneaking away with this one.
Navy and Army, especially Navy, they're always scrappy offensively. They can run the they can run the damn ball. That's like we said a few weeks ago in college football. If you can establish the run, it goes a long way.
And their defense is scrappy, like you just said. That's where that scrappiness comes from. Their defense is scrappy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I look for Navy to kind of give Notre Dame a test on that one. We move to number 1 Oregon and number 20 Illinois. This is another test for Oregon. I know I said I got rid of that question mark, but no one likes to see the number 1 team win. So
yeah,
I look for Illinois to give them a fight, hopefully.
Yeah, they got another test against another ranked opponent, but we just said Oregon got to put respect on them. So
got it.
We'll see how if they handle Illinois really pretty easily, then they're legit.
You got to win by 28 points there. You got to cover that spread. And then we move to number 21 Missouri at number 15 Bama. This is a game of the week potential. Not my game of the week, but game of the week.
Bama needs to bounce back.
They need a win.
Mm-hmm. Well, like you said, they can't afford to lose.
They lose this game, they are out.
Oh, yeah. 100% cooked.
And it's very possible. Missouri's not bad.
No, Missouri's no slouch.
Then we move to number 3 Penn State at Wisconsin. I think this is a statement game for Penn State. They need to come out and dominate this game to solidify that they deserve to be in that top 4 and get that bye. There's no doubt about it that I don't think that they beat Ohio State, so they need to stack as many wins before that Big Ten championship.
Yeah. Same with Penn State and the Miami situation. Their strength of schedule is just not that great, so they can't afford to lose. And they're going to play Ohio State soon. So
that championship game matters. For them. As we move to the SEC, which is my next game, I don't think it matters so much there. The SEC championship, that is.
Mm-hmm.
But my game of the week is number 8 LSU at number 14 Texas A&M.
You've been saying LSU is an underdog to keep an eye on now that they're in the top 12. Not necessarily an underdog anymore, but this is a great test for them.
I have whoever wins this game, it's a statement game for that school, and that solidifies their playoffs. Like, if LSU wins this, they're definitely going to move into the top 6, maybe top 5.
If they lose, do they drop out?
If they lose, I don't see them drop. They already have a loss, so
they
probably drop out, to be honest. So this is a huge game for LSU and Texas A&M.
Again, I'm going to keep reiterating it. Might be getting tired of it. But
reiterate.
If Texas A&M wins, they're sitting at 14, and LSU loses,
that
Texas A&M moves in, LSU out. That's the shit that. That's the
shit. I'll try to get it going.
Yeah,
again.
That's the shit that it's like. It's that point of the season now where losses are so they're louder. Like
absolutely. And this SEC match, I think I've said it numerous of times. This SEC group that we have this year is insane. There's at least 5 teams that I could see making it to the championship out of the SEC.
Right.
And then the last game, we have number 5 Texas and number 25 Vandy. They are not taking down no goalposts. They are not taking it to the river. They are not even winning this game. Texas is coming back with vengeance, and it's going to be a test for us. But I think we knock it out the park, especially after that loss.
Yeah, they're gonna be hungry after that loss.
Facts.
So yeah, we'll wrap this thing up for the NCAA. You said keep an eye on for Genty on Friday night. He looks to establish that Heisman resume. Keep stacking it.
The game of the week was LSU A&M. Make sure you tune into that. I'm going to take LSU. Let me get your pick on that.
I'm going to take LSU as well.
Okay.
I'm a believer in them like you are. I think they're a top tier team in that SEC, and it's a tough SEC.
Yeah.
So, but this will be a good test for them.
Yeah. House that Johnny built. I'm not going with it. I'm finally not going with them. I can't believe I'm going with the Dogs, or not the Dogs, but LSU, the Tigers. Normally I have a bias against them, and I don't go for anybody around them, but you got to give credit when it's due.
Yeah, so let's take a look at that Heisman Trophy odds. So we got number 1 tied with number 1, Cam Ward.
Really?
Yeah.
With Genty?
With Genty. They're both sitting at plus 200. Cam Ward and Ashton Genty plus 200.
Break. I think if you haven't put at least something on Genty,
it's too late
now.
It's too late
plus
now.
200?
Yeah.
Throw 50 bones on there.
Yeah. I mean, it just would have been better to get him at that fucking plus 1,200.
Or whatever it was.
I'm sure it was higher. Probably plus 2,000.
Man,
I know.
Man.
You were on it early and we didn't look.
The hidden gem. Hey, next year.
Yeah.
I'll be looking.
So anyways, back to it. Cam Ward, Ashton Genty tied at 1 at plus 200. Third, Dylan Gabriel plus 350. Travis Hunter plus 1,500. We don't need to get much further than that. So we'll move on to talking bats.
Let's go baseball mode.
Yeah, so we have our World Series. We have the cross-country matchup. We have the Los Angeles Dodgers against the New York Yankees, who can suck a cock.
Harder.
Suck a cock.
Harder.
Suck a cock. Pussies.
All right.
That was a little too much.
Pause.
That was a little too much.
Pause.
Sorry.
We're getting carried away because these games are
dragging along.
And,
so yeah. I am the biggest Dodger fan moving forward. Fuck the Yankees. I'm still going to say it.
I have to be the Dodgers fan with my pick. So
you had it right.
I had it right.
You almost had everything right except for Detroit, Cleveland.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was pretty sick.
So I'm not the baseball guy, but if Dodgers can win 4-2 in this series, I'm gonna go ahead and take my little.
I think that's
belt.
what you said for them to win the World Series.
I did 4-2.
Yep.
So if they do that, I'm gonna go ahead and just take my little cupcake and walk out and eat it because I deserve to get a little bit of flowers for that call. That's a good call. I wish I played that bet.
Yeah. So the Yanks handle Cleveland 4-1. Even though it was 4-1, it was a lot closer than that.
It was
a couple games going to extra innings. Soto with an absolute locked-in nuke to send them.
Mr. Clutch.
Yeah. So
interesting story about Soto. I'm sure you know he used to play here at the Hagerstown Suns before they were the Boxcars.
Yep.
when he first got into the league with the Nats, and he was, I think, down in single A. I was high on him. I got him in fantasy league on a crazy trade. Long story short, my son, Adam, my oldest son, he eventually turned into the biggest Soto fan when he started his baseball career. We went to the Nats D-backs game. Soto came over and actually gave him a ball, kind of interacted with him.
Made his day.
I'm a huge Soto fan for that, just taking his time out of his day. He's a good dude.
Class act.
Great player.
Yeah, so that's just the ultimate. If you want to talk about getting locked in at the plate, if you watch that at bat, my dude was on one. He didn't take his eyes off the pitcher.
Did he do the shuffle? I don't know.
Yeah, multiple times. He was on it.
That's my guy.
So yeah, they win.
Pachacho!
Juan Soto.
Love
The
that
Soto
kid.
shuffle. So yeah, Yanks handle Cleveland 4-1, and LA beats the Mets 4-2, and that was also a good series. These were good series.
Was very close.
Yeah, both good series. Yankees and Dodgers bats just too much for both teams. I looked for this World Series to be a battle of the bats.
Yeah.
It should be a great series.
I have it going 4-2 in my early prediction, but now that I'm watching how this playoffs has been going, I think it goes 6 or 7, no less.
It's the two richest franchises making the World Series. So
they both have stacked clutch players.
There's haters on.
It's Ohtani versus Soto, Judge versus Freddie Freeman. I mean, you got Mookie Betts versus another one.
So you have the Dodgers.
It's a great matchup.
The Dodgers are essentially the Yankees of the NL. You know, they're the ones that always spend the most money.
Absolutely. Fuck LA.
Yeah, I fuck the Yankees.
Fuck LA.
They both have haters, so it's going to be probably one of the most watched World Series.
Facts.
Because of that. I mean, you get two of the biggest markets with LA and New York. So,
too, right.
Not much more to say for that.
Stay tuned for the World Series game 1.
We look forward to be a good series. I see it being, hopefully, like Kling said, could go 7 games. That would be lit. Hopefully the Dodgers come out on top, though.
Yep.
All right, so let's kick it to our top Tuesday.
Oh,
the 22nd of October.
Boy, top Tuesday.
So we have, we're going to take it away from sports and we're going to spice it up for you.
Buckle in.
Should get funny. We got top 3 turnoffs. Klings wanted to get a little more personal with this.
Shit.
Yeah, just
Mark.
that's
karma. Yeah, that's karma. It wasn't all Klings. It was not all Klings.
He wanted to get something a little more lifestyle-like.
Yeah, I just wanted to get off sports, and I was tossing out some ideas. This one hit very well. We started laughing via text.
Yeah, so we hope you laugh as much as we do.
Yeah, let's do it.
So I'll start.
Kickoff number 3.
My third.
Yeah, what do you hate
fucked up
in
teeth?
A woman? Oh, yeah.
So, not necessarily like genetics, like if you're born no, let me finish. So if you're born with fucked up teeth, there's not much you can do about that. But I'm talking if you just clearly don't take care of them. Like you got plaque on your shit, you got fucking
look like you've been chewing on a butter stick.
Yeah, fucking beavering it up, chewing on
Cheetos.
Wood. So yeah, that's my number 3. What's he? See? Nasty. What's number 3 for you?
That kind of falls into my number 3. I got personal hygiene as a whole.
Oh shit, that's my number 2.
If you look like you don't shower or brush your teeth, you're probably not for me. I'm very OCD, so yeah. Too much makeup falls in there for me as well. I don't like.
Is that part of your number 3?
Yeah, the personal hygiene. I think that's a little bit too much.
Trying to cover it up with makeup.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you got too much cake on you, you probably got the old lit your face on fire and put it out with a pitchfork type look going. I mean, I'd hate to get on you, but yeah. Why are you looking like that?
I was hoping he got into the end zone there.
Oh, I thought he could.
We're coming up on halftime. It's currently 14-10. Looks like the Ravens are going to kick the field goal to go up 17-10, but that's no given the way Justin Tucker's been kicking this year, so stay tuned on that one. But yeah, so that takes me to my number 2, which is bad hygiene as well. So
okay, keep it rolling in the bad hygiene area.
So yeah,
let's give these ladies.
So mine's actually for men and women because men have bad hygiene as well. I'm talking both sides. We got some lady listeners out there.
Yeah.
So bad hygiene.
We got to speak up for them because there's some dirty ass dudes out there.
Yeah, bad breath was one of them. But if you got to shower. You can't have that shit stank. That shit stank, don't it?
Ugh.
You seen that LeBron one?
Ugh.
That shit stank, don't it? Ugh. So yeah, what's your number 2?
This one's it was kind of hard for me to put into a word, so maybe you can help me out before I put myself deeper into this hole.
Okay. Explain it, and then I'll see what I can do for you.
Acting uneducated and no manners. So to sum it up, kind of ghetto. And I'd hate to put that stereotype on there because I typically get a little ghetto.
I would say lacking manners, for lack of a better term.
So I'll go with lacking manners instead of uneducated because I'm uneducated myself. To me, there's a difference between an adult and a kid. And if I can tell that difference within the first couple minutes of meeting you, we're probably not going to have too many more encounters. That's just the way I am. I can't be around too many people that act like that.
Yeah.
Basically, if you can't be serious in a serious situation, take it somewhere else.
Well, especially we're older. I mean,
I think that's what it is.
I'm upper 20s, you're lower 30s. Like, it's just, especially if you're single.
Very low.
Especially if you're single. You just don't have time for that shit at this age. Like, there's no time for playing games. Like, we've said it before. If you have something on your mind, say it with your chest. Like, don't be tiptoeing around shit.
With that, I will say talking hard, it's not cute sometimes. So you got to. That's where the uneducated, I guess, comes in. So if you're just talking, rambling out the mouth, yeah.
So that kind of actually takes me.
That's a turnoff for me. I'm
actually
probably going to go to the next person.
So that kind of takes me to my number 1, which is arrogance. I hate arrogance.
Okay.
So from a man's standpoint, this is for all my short kings out there.
Some people would say me and you wouldn't get along because I get the arrogant call a lot, but I don't think I am.
Nah.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah, no, I don't think you're arrogant.
I appreciate that.
I think you're hard-headed.
Hey, that's all right. That's stubborn.
Hey, true. But anyways, from a short king standpoint,
facts.
I hate when women are like, "I'm not going to date him because he's shorter than me." That is shallow.
You got to pull out the scale.
That's what I'm talking about.
Pull out the scale.
If you can't handle that, then
I mean, I will. Trust me. I like it. I like a little junk in the trunk. If you know what I'm saying.
Shit. But no,
that back.
Like just acting like you're the best thing since sliced bread.
Right.
Like that kind of.
Be humble.
Right, and don't act like you're too good for anybody. Like that's just
this
not
ain't high school.
Yeah,
anymore.
It's just not. That's just never been my cup of tea.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, I'm a shorter dude, and it's always been a struggle. You know,
Facts.
You find a good-looking lady, and she's about your height or taller, and she's like, "I'm looking for somebody 6 foot." Well, like, you can also suck my dick.
Than you, right?
No, she's shorter than me, 2 inches. I mean, we're about the same. Yeah, we're about the same height.
Okay.
She's not that tight, so that's why I married her.
Right. Shout out, Kels.
Yes, right. So yeah,
my homegirl.
What's your number 1?
So my number 1, I think it goes both sides for male and female. I think a lot of people will say this is a turnoff for them. Can't hold a conversation. Poor communication skills, basically.
Oh yeah.
I said that backwards. Poor communication skills is my overall.
Yeah.
But
so, I mean, it goes back to what I just said. We're at the age now that type of shit. Like it's just you can't get by with it.
Bad texting takes offense to questions. Accountability is at an all-time low with these kind of people.
Accountability, that's a good one.
I was going to put that on there, but
that kind of goes with it.
I just feel like that goes with it because communication's key, whether it's a relationship, a friendship, a team,
in life in general.
General, communication is key. So if somebody is going to take offense to someone asking somebody where you're going or who you're with kind of thing, I mean, I get it if it's boyfriend-girlfriend type thing, but there's a certain level of respect that comes with that too.
Sure.
I don't know.
I feel you.
That's just me. It's a turn off when somebody can't read the other person and kind of
feel it out.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yep. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Costs nothing to be a good person.
That's it. It sometimes takes more effort to be a bad person.
Exactly. Facts.
That's what I always say. It's just be a good person, people.
Right. So those are our turn-offs.
Just a little fun for you.
Just a little fun. Just a little interesting switch up from sports. Hopefully we didn't
We're going to fuck around with those top
Tuesdays.
Tuesdays.
Hopefully we didn't ruffle no feathers. It's all jokes. It's all love.
Hey, if it ruffled some feathers, maybe you got to do what Michael Jackson said. Take a look in the mirror.
Oh.
Starts with change. What does he say?
Gonna make a change for once in my life.
Hey, come on. I'm
gonna
starting with
yeah,
the
go ahead.
man in the mirror. Come on. I'm asking him to change his ways. Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We're feeling it on
Yeah,
that
no,
one.
don't apologize if it ruffles some feathers. Hey, take a look in the mirror.
It is what it is.
Sorry about it.
Yeah, so let's move to that big play parlay.
Yeah, we're still live waiting on a J.K. Dobbins touchdown. So we have Kyron and Saquon hit last week. ETN did not play.
Yeah, so our big play parlay was, what was it last week?
It would have been ETN, Kyron Williams, Saquon, and J.K. Dobbins, but ETN did not play.
Okay.
So I took it at Kyron and Saquon and J.K.
Just the three.
Yep.
That's
I did
smart.
add Tank Bigsby on there for ETN, and he did touchdown. He scored a touchdown.
Yeah, two of them.
So I need J.K. to score, please.
To cash
I'll ask
another
nicely.
one.
I'll say
That'd
it
be
again.
nice if we can get another cash on that, though.
Yeah, we're not.
That'd be 2 weeks in a row.
We're not going to get it live because we're getting ready to finish this thing up, and he has not scored yet. So I'm going to have to hold my breath on that one and hope he scores.
Yep.
So this week I took James Conner versus the Dolphins and Josh Jacobs versus the Jags, and Clings took
David Montgomery versus the Titans at home. Javonte Williams versus the Panthers at home. Both my running backs are at home, so that's why I went with them.
Yeah, I took two running backs as well. It just seems like a running back type of week, especially with these matchups. We took our running backs going against the Dolphins, Jags, Titans, and Panthers, who have a combined 4 or 5 wins. So hopefully,
Play the slip, guys.
yeah, hopefully
Get your money.
we found a good spot here with these guys, and we'll see what they can do. Anything else you want to say to the people?
No, keep listening, keep sharing. We're going to come at you with more, hopefully, entertaining segments. Yeah, that's about it.
Trying to keep it lively.
Yeah.
We next week is the 29th when it comes out. We're not going to do a Top Tuesday. Like I said, we're going to try and avoid doing back-to-back. So
Unless you guys want to hear it, let us know.
yeah, if you like the Top Tuesday segment, reach out to us. We know some of our friends are listeners, so don't feel free to text us and give us some feedback. Other than that, be kind, spread love. We will see y'all next week.
We're out. Go Birds.